Hello everyone, this is a video on the explanation for the reasons from your research worksheet. Last lesson or last class, you guys worked on a worksheet that was called choosing sides, and you were given a couple of different statements and you had to choose them, and then you were able to come up with reasons for your strongest statement and your least strongest statement. And then you guys were to talk about the rhetorical appeals that went with both. I know that some of you had a hard time with that, and I just wanted to see where you were at it. Looking at some of the sheets, you guys are pretty close. So you guys, it'll take a little practice to get used to the rhetorical appeals, and we're just going to keep practicing with that. So don't stress out. I'll help you along with that. But I want to explain what today's worksheet is going to be from. So we have practice with coming up with reasons from a statement. We have looked at our articles, and so now we need to take our next step. So if you want to look at this worksheet and follow along with me as I kind of read and go through with it. Now that you've read through all of the articles, which we did the week before spring break, and you practice with reasons and rhetoric, you did that last class period, you will now come up with 3 reasons that the articles support of why Shakespeare should and should not be taught in schools. So you're going to fill in the 2 charts below. Write down reasons, the rhetorical appeal, just like you did last class, and the article titles of what supports them. So here's your article titles again, if you don't remember, or you need to look back at your worksheets on which ones you think will support your for and for not reasons. Remember from the last class, the use of rhetorical appeals is often used to persuade an audience of a claim one way or another. And those 3 types were logos, appeals to logic, so things that you can prove statistically. Ethos appeals to the qualifications of the speaker, like their ethics, their background. And then pathos, that's their sense of emotion, like to anger somebody or to get them to feel sad about something. And remember, if you need to look back at the video notes that explains this a little bit more, you can do that anytime. After you research a reliable source online, you're going to look up information on Shakespeare and some of his writings, and we'll talk about that in a little bit because that's the last chart that you're going to have. So from your articles, these are the 2 charts that you're going to fill in for today. So this one first is why Shakespeare should be taught in schools. And you're going to look back at your articles and come and look at your quotes, and you're going to give me the 3 reasons why it should be taught in schools. And then you're going to use those, again, rhetorical appeals from up above, whether they're pathos, ethos, logos, and then what was the title of the article. So that's all you have to do. So you're going to give me the reason Shakespeare should be taught in schools because he is able to show a wide variety of natural emotion, whatever it may be. You're going to then give the appeal, which might be, in this case, ethos, and then you're going to type out the article name. You're going to do the same thing here for reasons why Shakespeare should not be taught in schools. So you don't think Shakespeare should be taught in schools because he's way too old, and his thoughts do not resonate with today. Again, logic and then the title of the article. So you're going to fill in all of those reasons. And then for your last chart, you're going to just jump online and research a reliable online source. And you're going to find information on Shakespeare and his writings that you find interesting because you're going to use this kind of stuff in your introduction. So it doesn't necessarily have to be based on why you think he's important in schools, just some interesting facts. I remember before we left school, I gave you guys some intro notes on Shakespeare, and we talked about a couple of interesting facts about him, like where he was from, mysteries about how he, had died, or the rumors on his writings, or just some interesting things about him. But you want to find them from reliable sources, and those reliable sources are going to end in an edu or a .org. Okay, anything else could just be, stuff that may not be real, or useful. So you're going to pick out some interesting things. You're going to write down the name of the page. So it just might be like, I don't know, University of Michigan English 101 Shakespeare. And then you're going to give me the web address where you found it, and then pick out some interesting information, like 2 or 3 different things that you found on that website. So you're going to do that for 3 different websites. The page name, Shakespeare's Interesting Facts, and then the web address, www.whatever, and then the interesting facts that you found from there. Give me about 2 or 3. And then that's about it for today. Okay, so again, you're going to look back at the article titles and the articles that you have already gathered your support from. You're going to give me 3 reasons for each of your statements. You're going to try to identify what rhetorical appeals that are being used, and you're going to give me the names of the articles, and then you're going to find some interesting facts about Shakespeare that you might want to use in your introduction. And as always, if you guys have any questions, please make sure that you email me. Thanks, good luck, God bless, and have fun. Spread peace, love, and joy.